remember, shout out to my Patreon. Y'all are the real MVPs. I'm going to be trying to do some special things for y'all in this new year because y'all have definitely been riding with me.
If you would like to join my Patreon, it's very simple. All you have to do is go to www.patreon.com/bstokestyling and make your pledge. $5, $10, or $25. Currently, I'm trying to get to 20 Patreons, you guys, so make sure you help me reach my goal by clicking the link down in my description box and joining my Patreon. You do not want to miss out on the early access to my videos. Y'all, please make sure that you're hitting the like button as you enter. Say, hey, don't be rude. You just come into somebody's house and don't speak. So make sure that you comment down below and say, hey, how you doing? What's up? Tonight we're going to be talking about Love and Marriage Hunstville. What y'all thoughts on it? Go ahead and get the discussion started in the comment section. I love to hear from my beauties. Don't forget to order your custom Stokes styling merch. That's right, we have merch. Just click the link down below in the description box and order your Stokes styling merch today. Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. And today, as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is season 3, episode 3. I always get hyped up as I hear my my theme music, honey, my little intro music. It makes me hype. I tried to throw my little hair on, y'all. I told y'all in my last video, I think on the encore, I told y'all I wasn't going to come in here looking as crazy as I've been looking with my scarves and my hats and stuff. I tried to throw on a girl. Y'all like her? She's an oldie but goodie, a reliable. Hey, Tisha, thank you so much for joining. Y'all, as you enter, please do not forget to comment down in the chat. Let me know you're here. Don't be rude. Don't walk into somebody's house and don't speak. Make sure that you're speaking. Oh, am I frozen? I'm frozen on my StreamYard end. Hold on, y'all. Drop down. Let me know if you still see me or hear me. Because all of a sudden I froze. What's happening? Okay, let me just turn the camera off for a second. All right, but I'm here. Let's try this again. I don't know what's going on. I think it's my OBS. I'll be back on the screen in a second, but while I try to get that together, we can go ahead and get into this review because I don't want to hold y'all up, waste your time. Did you watch Love and Marriage Huntsville this evening? It was a good show. You know, I love Love and Marriage Huntsville. They are definitely one of my favorite shows on OWN. I think they do a really good job of keeping us engaged and telling a story that doesn't seem overly produced like some of the other reality TV shows. I think it's because it's such a new show. You know, we're only on season 3, so they don't have the need as of yet to overproduce. So let's go ahead and get into tonight's episode. I don't know what's going on with my OBS tonight. This is crazy. But anyway, the episode starts off with Tisha going over to Mel's house to meet up. You know, they're trying to rebuild their friendship. They're trying to get back what they had in season 1. Over the years, they have definitely had butted heads a bit, but now we're seeing them kind of talk and confide in each other. So Tisha comes over and she announces her new business venture. Y'all know that she has the cigar bar Blaqe, and they're launching a what is it? A wine brand called Chocolate in a Bottle. So she brings over a bottle. That sounds really good. Hi, Alethea. Thank you for joining. The idea of it sounds really good. So I would love to taste it once I drop this baby. I love good wine. I love chocolate. Put them together, I think I'd be happy. So she comes over, she introduces that. She talks about how she's going to be going out of town soon to some type of like cigar retreat or something like that. And she says that she's hoping that during this time, her and Marcel can reconnect romantically. Apparently, they just don't. They aren't that romantic. She says that maybe she should have bought some things from the sex store that her and Kimmy went to a few seasons ago. Maybe that would have helped when it came to her and Marcel connecting. But the last thing that she bought, he was not a fan of. I said, honey, how old are you? She said she ain't got no toys in her house. How old are you? Okay, whatever. That's on you. I ain't judging. I ain't here to judge your none fun. But anyway, Mel continues to give her some advice and say that her and Marceau, even though they are working in business, they need to be making sure that they are working towards the same goal at the same rate. She wished that she had known that in her marriage, and so she's definitely giving sound advice. I know I normally say don't take advice from someone who is not in a happy relationship because they tend to project, but Mel did give very sound advice. You can tell that she has kind of overcome a lot of the pain, not saying all of the pain, but she's definitely overcome a lot of the pain that she's seen with Martell, and she's able to kind of see the silver linings, the bright sides, and the lessons that have come through her divorce. So I was happy to see them actually being friends, or friendly. I wouldn't go so far as say friends just yet, but being friendly. Then what's the next thing we get? Yes, Alethea, I am preggers. Oh, why is I would show you my belly, but my OBS is just, oh, sorry. Hold on, y'all. I would show you my belly, but my OBS is acting very funky tonight for some reason. I just updated it, and I guess I don't know what's going on with it. It's really weird. It's really, really never had this issue with my OBS before, but okay. I'm just gonna cut it off. We're just gonna get a voiceover tonight because my OBS is acting funky and it's really about to aggravate me. All right, what else we have? So then we have Martell meeting with his mother, and he goes over there. He's doing the sun thing, which is check on, she has snakes. She gets snakes every year. So he's going over there to put down snake repellent and to sit and chat with his mom. So he tells her that the last time that he was at Melody's house, she wouldn't let him in the house. Like she walked in the house and closed the door on him. And the next person that opened the door was Miss Vanessa. He calls her Van. And they got into an exchange. Now, when Martell is talking about this exchange to his mother, he's making it seem as though Miss Vanessa really came for him, like really was extremely rude and disrespectful to him, which is not true. She did ask him about the things that were going on in social media and what he had been saying and things like that. But I don't think personally that she was being rude at all. Y'all tell me what you think down in the comment section. I don't think she was being rude at all. And I watched some reviews last week of people saying that Martell did not owe Miss Vanessa any kind of conversation, explanation, or anything like that. And I completely disagree. You were married to Mel, her daughter, for 14 years. So you're not going to tell me that in those 14 years they did not build some sort of a relationship. We have seen how close Mel and Martell's mother are. And so I can just assume that even if they weren't as close as, Mel and Melody's mother-in-law, they had to have had some type of rapport, some type of friendship or, familyhood or whatever you would want to call it. So just out of respect of the history of the family, I think a conversation should be had. I think the issue is that Martell doesn't like to hold himself accountable. That's been his issue since, we've seen him on these screens. And so you can't bull jive a mom who's sitting here watching her daughter be hurt time and time again. So while Martell is sitting here telling his mother about the interaction between him and Miss Vanessa, his mom's like, well, I don't think that you should have to talk to her. And it bothered me, y'all, because Martell's mom is the reason why he feels like he can't be corrected as it is. She upholds him in his bull, and it's aggravating to watch. If Melody would have hurt your son in that way and y'all had some type of kinship, friendship, familyhood, whatever we gonna call it now, had Melody hurt Martell in that way, I'm sure you would have wanted to speak to her too, even if it is just to clear the air, because y'all have to be around each other for the children. Hey, thick girl, I see you. So it aggravated me that Martell's mom was acting as if it was so far-fetched for Martell to actually speak to Miss Vanessa. And it aggravated me when I was watching other people's live streams saying like, well, he doesn't owe her mom anything and he doesn't have to talk to her. He was married to Mel. Yeah, that sounds good in theory, but when you get married, you marry someone's family. Y'all come together as one. And so just like Melody is hurt, you have to assume and understand that her mom is hurt. And yeah, that bothered me. And like I said, we already knew that Martell's mom is one of the reasons why he acts the way he acts, and he feels so entitled to never taking accountability. But we really got to see it firsthand in that scene, in my opinion. Y'all tell me what you think down below. So then the next scene we get is Marceau over at Blaqe. Now he's coaching the staff right before a shift. He's talking about how they have to do great. And I do enjoy Martell in the sense of a businessman. He talked about how you can get wings anywhere, you can get drinks anywhere, and people are only going to support for so long because you're a Black-owned business. They're coming to the restaurant now because it's on this show. Blaqe is being featured on this show. So you're going to get people coming in because they're curious. How do we turn those people into repeat customers? So great entrepreneurial insight. I really enjoyed that. Where he messed up, in my opinion, is making Jalen the general manager. So he goes over to have a conversation with Jalen about what's been going on, and they begin to discuss how they need to check in at the end of the night with the numbers. And even though things have not been going perfectly, the numbers for the restaurant are going good. Again, a lot of that has to do with people just clearly being curious about the restaurant because of this show. And he says to Jalen that, you're the general manager. You have to be social. You have to talk to the customers, which is true as a manager. That is like one of your duties. You need to go talking to people, making sure that they're satisfied with their service. And Jalen says, Marceau wants me to be slick like him, but he doesn't want to train me. I first off found that statement funny because Marceau is slick. He's real slick tongued. He's real slick as a can of oil. You know what I'm saying? He gives that off to me. That's also part of the reason why him cheating narrative can be believable, just kind of how he comes off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I just found that interesting. But anyway, Jalen says Marceau wants him to be slick like him, but he hasn't gotten the training. Now, I said this last season that there was no point in making Jalen the general manager. He has no experience in that realm. He could be the assistant manager, and then you hire a general manager, someone who has actually done this professionally for a number of years and knows what to do in the hospitality industry. That would have benefited him. But to just automatically make Jalen the general manager, to me, was irresponsible. And as much as I think that Marceau does have a nice business acumen, that was a mistake from the beginning, because now we're seeing that Jalen doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to problem solve on a managerial level. He doesn't know how to cover shifts and how to, make sure that they're not understaffed and how to communicate with the staff effectively. He doesn't know those basic things that you learn by being in the restaurant industry for an extended period of time. And so he's sitting here asking for guidance because he said he would take the job knowing that he had no experience, but he was assuming that he would get some training from Marceau and from Tisha. And Marceau was blaming him for not being a self-starter, for not going out there and getting it, for not being a little proactive. And that part of that could be true, but the other part of it's like a two-edged sword. Part of it could be true. Jalen and many in his generation, I'm not trying to shade his generation, but many in his generation are not the self-starters. Who is this in my comments? Okay. I don't know what that was, but you're blocked. All right, y'all, that threw me off just then. That threw me off. Y'all give me a second. I don't have any moderators in here today. All right, don't worry. Where was I at, y'all? That threw me off. Yeah, so many people in that generation, they may not be like the go-getters, the self-starters. I would say people complain about millennials a lot. People complain about millennials a lot. However, real quick, y'all, because for some reason we have a troll in here tonight. That is different. I don't normally get trolls over here on this channel. We don't zoom that. Thick girl, I'm making you a moderator. If I'm probably gonna have to because I'm getting thrown off. I'm trying to tell my story when I'm getting thrown off. So give me a second to make you a moderator. And if you see those people back in here, I don't know what was going on with that, feel free to block them, because we don't do hate speech in my chat at all. At all. It's amazing also that YouTube will let that slide, but when we're having normal conversations, that doesn't happen. But okay. Ooh, that about pissed me off. Let me focus. Everything tonight. What is going on tonight? My camera doesn't want to work. I'm getting trolls in the chat. I am exhausted already, and we ain't nothing but we still on the first few scenes. Okay. I think my camera's working now, though. Hold on. Let's see if my camera's working. Y'all can see me now. Hey. What is happening? What is happening today? ain't been live in 2 weeks and everything. Okay. What I'm talking about? Okay, back to the millennials and the point I was making. The point I was making is a lot of times when it comes to people complaining about the millennials and how, you know, we don't like to work for other people and we'll quit a job in a minute. And we'll, you know, go do our own thing, but we are naturally more self-starters. We are naturally like go-getters. We are, you know, we don't rely on the establishment to make things happen for us. We make things happen for ourselves. As far as generation, what are they? The Z's? Generation Z's is generation that's after the millennials. They are not as self-starting as we are. They didn't necessarily have to be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things were given to them, and so part of it could be a little bit of that generational divide, but another part of it is the fact that, Marceau, you hired someone with no experience and you expect him to know what to do. That's not how this works. And if you don't train him, if you're too busy spreading yourself thin between your other businesses and things like that, this business is going to fall by the wayside. So Jalen asked him if he could get a assistant general manager who is experienced and knows what to do to come in and to assist with the day-to-day operations, because he feels left out there alone. And Marceau agrees. That's fine. That's great. But what bothers me is the nepotism of it all. And I mean, that's why we have our own businesses, so we can run them how we want. But in my opinion, Jalen should not be the general manager. You can make him the what's the title under general manager? You know what I'm saying? The shift manager. You can make him the front end manager, the back end manager, or whatever. But there's no reason for Jalen to be the general manager if he does not have the experience for it. There should definitely have been someone else hired, but luckily now they're fixing it before things really go bad in the business, because having poor leadership will tank the entire business. Moving on, we have Martell actually meeting up with Miss Vanessa. Now, we know that Martell is apprehensive to meet up with Miss Vanessa because he don't want to be checked, and he makes it clear that he was unsure if he would want to meet up with Vanessa. Because he felt like the last time that they met, she was disrespecting him. Martell aggravates me so bad, because he always thinks that someone is disrespecting him when they call him out. If calling you out is disrespect, then you will always be disrespected. You know, you will always feel like you're being disrespected. And so they sit down and they begin to talk. And while Martell is sitting here talking about how he felt disrespected, Miss Vanessa says to Martell that the way that Martell speaks to her and has disrespected her is something that Melody would never do to his mom, and she doesn't understand how it got to this point. She says that Martell even went so far as to go on social media and to say that Miss Vanessa was holding the kids from him and that he wasn't able to speak to the kids because of her, which sends trolls over to her page that she has to fight off. So Miss Vanessa is also dealing with some hurt because of Martell's direct actions. So she wants to address that. She also wants to address, just in general, the way that Martell has been conducting himself on the internet and how that will ultimately affect the family and the children in the long run. Now, I felt like Miss Vanessa came in there. She had to, when she came in, of course, because it's Martell and he has this ego of his, she had to reassure him that she was not coming on attack, that she was coming to be positive and to try to reconcile their issues so that he could let his guard down, because you know how he do. And I agreed with her point that we've never seen Melody disrespect Martell's mother. But Martell thinks that it's okay to disrespect everybody else while in the same vein hollering that he needs so much respect. It's a conundrum wrapped up in an enigma. Like, he bothers me so bad. So anyway, as they get further into the conversation, Martell can admit that he has handled some situations wrong. And Miss Vanessa says that she never expected this to be the reality for her children. For her grandchildren. She never expected them to be living in, a separate household. To be living in separate households. She expected that for Martell and Melody to work it out. They had a great family structure, so everyone thought. Now, what aggravated me is Martell said that Martell started making excuses about him cheating because Miss Vanessa was saying that it kind of blindsided everybody. They weren't expecting the situation to happen, and Martell says, well, he wasn't expecting the situation to happen. That's not him. He's not a cheater. Martell, then what are you? If you cheat repeatedly over and over again for 5 years, but you're not a cheater, what are you? You're a cheater, you're a liar, you're a deceiver, you're two-faced. Like, what do you mean that's not who I am? That is exactly who you are. You did it. Miss Vanessa calls him out on that because, see, he really makes this narrative in his head that it was some type of a mistake, that it was everybody else's fault. It happened, but that's not his character. That is exactly your character because that's what you've shown. You can say all day what's not your character. What you've shown is that you're untrustworthy. That is part of the reason why people don't want to work with you. Because you've shown that you lack moral fiber. That's what you've shown. That bothered me. And Miss Vanessa was like, honey, no. The first time it might have been a mistake, which I still don't agree with, but she gave him that. She gave him more than I would. She said the first time might have been a mistake, but you chose to continuously do it. So that was a choice. And Martell couldn't do nothing but accept it. And even when he accepts stuff, he just accepts it with this like smugness that just makes my butt itch. Like, it bothers me so bad. I'm sorry. But Miss Vanessa says at the end of the day, your choices have consequences, and now we are all dealing with the consequences of your actions. And it's hurtful. He didn't just tear up the family with him and Mel. This is going to be a trickle down effect for the children. It's a trickle down effect for the grandparents. They agree that things should not be put on social media moving forward. We'll see how long that lasts. Now, I will say I don't follow Martell because I don't want that type of headache in my life personally. But I have not seen anything on the blogs or on the internet specifically that Martell has posted since that, viral post that we talked about a few months ago. So hopefully he has matured, and it's hard. Like Miss Vanessa was saying, it's hard to heal when you're constantly offending. How can I heal from the first offense when you offend me again? It doesn't make sense. I'm going to read y'all's comments real quick before we move on to this next scene. Let's see where we at. That was something new for our lives. We don't have that in our lives, okay? But anyway, moving on. Siobhan says we'll give props to Jalen acknowledging and asking for help, even though he stated he wanted training, then to jump right in. Exactly. That was a mistake on Marceau's part. And even though he's trying to say that the brunt of everything will fall down on Jalen because he is the general manager, you are the owner. So you have to have the best interest for your business, and the best interest for your business would be to have someone experienced there. But like you say, yes, Jalen asking for help was commendable because he needs it. Excuse me. I don't understand what Mel ever saw at Martell. There is nothing about him that would make me attracted to him. Yeah, I feel like every season he gets less and less attractive. Like the first season, he was all right. He ain't never been necessarily my cup of tea, but I was like, okay, they cute or whatever. But every season, it's like he can't have just started showing these traits. You didn't just get like this. You've been like this for the entire 14 years of marriage and however many years of dating. So how was this overlooked for so long? That's just, if Martell isn't making excuses for him cheating, I would think he had a fever and was really sick. Facts. Facts. Okay. Accountability where? Siobhan says, right, 5 years of consistent adultery, but not a bona fide cheater, sir. Like, we don't understand what the words are. We don't understand what the words mean. I cheated, but I'm not a cheater. Huh? Huh? I'm confusion. I am confusion. Martell has probably made his unborn babies for itch as well. Look, cause he made me itch. I feel like I have to take a shower after watching him. When money is no longer being made, guess ego is going to feel it the most. Marcel and Tisha, the third grader. Guess who's going to feel it the most? Marcel and Tisha, the third grader. Yeah. So I hope that they really do get someone in there to help Jalen, because if not, they are not going to be successful. He will run their business into the ground, not purposely, but because he doesn't know how to manage it. Simple things. Running out of cups. Talking about you don't know where to store them, so you run out. What sense does that make? You have to be a problem solver. All right, so the next scene we get is meeting Tiffany. So Tiffany, as y'all know, is Mel's friend. So apparently she works on the Chamber of Commerce. We meet her husband and her family. They're cute enough. This is her second marriage. Her and her husband both have gone through a divorce. And yeah, that's really all I got to say for that scene. We'll get more than Tiffany at the brunch. So then we see Tisha heading to Houston for the lunch of chocolate in a bottle and for the little cigar thing that they have going on. And girl, I'm laughing at you. And so Tisha arrives a day early because apparently there have been some issues with the labeling of their wine that Marceau has to stay back in Huntsville and rectify. So he'll be there a day later. So she gets in, she talks, she gives him the rundown on what's going on. And then she begins to say, well, I was thinking that since we are going to be here by ourselves away from the children for a week, we can get some romance in. So then Marceau says, oh, so we can have sex. And she's like, is that your only way of romance? And he was like, well, I was thinking about doing like a candlelight dinner and, us going out on the town. But then I thought we could just save some money and just have sex. Marceau, that's not funny. Y'all are away from your children. Y'all should get a little romantical. Tisha, I hope you got something fun in your bag. You got the ease. I don't know what toy she said that she bought at this little sex toy party that she went to, but you got to start off. You can't start them off with butt plugs and mouth gags. You got to start them off a little easy and ease them into some fun with you. So maybe you got like some beginner friendly toys so that you can really have some fun with your husband. I think sometimes Marceau really leans into this butt wipe character that he has built for this show, for this platform, and he doesn't necessarily always believe that. I'm hoping that that's the truth, but also I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. At the end of the day, romance is important in a marriage, okay? Let me just say that. Romance is important in a marriage. All right. So we finally get to Destiny's birthday brunch. I noticed, just a side note, y'all remember when Destiny first came on the show, it was a bit to do about her changing her last name to her husband's last name. So I just noticed in this episode that she hyphenated her name. And then I just find it interesting that she did hyphenate her name. She didn't change it all the way. And then a year later, they're divorced. So I'm glad that you didn't change it all the way, I guess. But that also kind of speaks to how you kind of had one foot in and one foot out. That's my opinion. Y'all tell me what you think down below in the comments. So we get Destiny's birthday. Destiny looked really cute. I liked her curls. I like the color of her dress. Melody comes in. She has a similar, like they coordinating with their dress colors. Everybody's coming in, greeting each other. They take a little drink. Kimmy comes. She says hi. I loved Kimmy's romper. She looked really nice. And so everybody goes to sit down at the table. And so Destiny says that she really needed this brunch because, yesterday was a hard day for her. And so Mel goes, well, why didn't you call me? And Destiny says, well, I really have to work on that. I really have to work on reaching out. And Melody begins to question their closeness as friends. She was like, I thought, we were close, and I'm not going to bring it up right now during her brunch, but I don't understand why when she's struggling, she won't reach out to me as her friend. Really quick, I will say that it's nice to say that and it's nice to be there for someone, but everyone is not a reach out type of person. I am not a reach out type of person often. I'm trying to get better at that as I age and stuff, but I get it. Like sometimes when you're going through, you don't want to reach out. You just want to deal with it. You want to process things on your own. That's not a slight to Melody at all, but it is what it is. So they begin to discuss Destiny's divorce, and Kimmy again is taken aback by the divorce. She's actually, kind of sad about it. She's like, oh, I don't want to see the demise of a marriage, especially with a young child, which I completely understand. But Destiny assures her that it was for the best and everything would work out. Everything worked out for the best in the end. All right. So then Miss Tiffany comes in. Miss Tiffany comes in hot. Okay. Miss Tiffany comes in hot. So apparently Tiffany and I guess her husband or Tiffany knew some people. They kind of ran in the same circle. She knew Destiny from the Chamber of Commerce. She, kind of knew Kimmy a little bit because of the colleges that they went to, and then their children are doing sports at the same time. She's coming in as Melody's friend. And Kimmy when Kimmy talked about the surprise wedding, it tickled me. Kimmy was like, oh, yeah, I remember her. It was a big thing. It was all in the papers and stuff that she threw a surprise wedding at the baseball field. Not something that I would do, but I remember it during COVID and all this. Kimmy, my love, and y'all know I love me some Kimmy. Y'all know I do. But that did sound a little haterish to me. Just a tiny bit. I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think down below. But it did sound a little haterish to me, Kimmy. But we already see that her and Tiffany ain't going to be on the same page. Tiffany ain't going to be on the same page with nobody. So then they get to talking about how they know each other, how they remember each other. So then Tiffany goes, I'm trying to remember. Was it Monster caught like in the bathroom vaping or something? And Kimmy was like, I don't know. I guess that's a question that you would have to ask Maurice. And so now Kimmy has already got a bad taste in her mouth because she's like, first of all, why are you going to bring this child's business up in front of mixed companies? Second of all, how come I don't know about this? Double issues. Okay. So they continue to talk. And then Tiffany goes, oh, I'm trying to remember. I said, Tiffany, and all this remembering, honey, you need to take you some ginkgo pills and get your memory together, okay? You and all this. I'm trying to remember. Destiny, I met you at your house, right? I met you at your house, and it was for your husband's. He had he won an award, right? And I had said you looked really nice or something, and I liked your dress that you had on yesterday, and you said that it wasn't you. And so Destiny's like, Is this like in her confession? She's like, is this how you choose to try to remember or call to my memory who you are and how we've met at my birthday brunch? So Destiny excuses herself. Tiffany, I have issues. I have issues with your memory. Number one, if these are, if all only memories you have are negative memories, that's the issue as it is. You couldn't say, oh, I remember Monster. He scored 6 points. He did really good at that tournament, right? Yeah, he did really good at that tournament. Destiny, I remember you. I remember meeting you when your husband got an award. Yeah. I met you. I don't know if you remember me, but I remember meeting you when your husband got an award and left it at that. Why would you sit up here and bust these people out like this? What in the now? If they would have said, "Oh yeah, I remember when your first marriage ended because he cheated on you." I don't know. I'm not saying that's what happened with the first marriage, you guys. I'm just saying if that's what they would have said, how would you have felt, Miss Tiffany? How dare you? Then she's gonna go, well, I didn't think what I said was that bad for her to run off to the bathroom, but it's her birthday, so she can cry if she wants to. Ma'am, who are you? You don't even go here. Like you are a +1. Sit and have some etiquette about yourself. That had bothered me. I don't know if they had bothered y'all. I see it bothered Thick Girl in the chat. That had bothered me. How dare you? How dare you? Okay, let me catch up on y'all's comments before we close this thing out. The girl say, I don't like her. I don't like her. That was not it. That was definitely for instance, over on the Real Housewives of Potomac, y'all know I review that. Over there on the Real Housewives of Potomac, the jury for me is still out when it comes to Mia. But as far as Tiffany go, the jury ain't out. We done came to a deliberation and we ain't feeling you, sis. I ain't feeling you, sis. I'm just saying, you coming in hot, and I ain't liking it. Okay. The look in Mel's face when she was harmony Tisha over told me Carlos and the other producers made me have her over. Oh, when she had Tisha over at the house, and I'm just gonna play along, but I still don't F with this chick. I don't know. I feel like Melody is the type of person that can't like put on. I feel like that's something that I can say that I like about her. She seems to be pretty straightforward about how she moves with things. It's pretty blatant. So I don't think that was that. I don't think that was that. I think she is trying. I don't think that she's there with Tisha yet. It's still a lot of distrust there, but I do think that she's trying. Siobhan says, Marceau, you threw an amazing grad party without wanting to put that same effort when kidless. Exactly. And y'all got 3 kids. So y'all ain't never got a moment of peace, I'm sure. So this is y'all's time. Like this should be a little kind of work/vacation. Enjoy it. The personality of the men on this show made them more than unattractive to me. My cat would not get wet for them at all. They don't have the best personalities. They don't come off the best. Well, Maurice is okay. Well, for now, we'll get a little drama with him next episode. But Maurice is okay for now. Her friend /+1 said enough for everyone. I don't like her at all. Right. Who gives a surprise wedding? Can we say desperate? I mean, don't get me wrong. I ain't doing no surprise wedding. But also, like, the way that Kimmy was kind of going, that was Kimmy's version of shade. Okay? You know, Kimmy ain't gonna really, like, go at you too bad. But that was definitely Kimmy's version of shade. She's team too much. Call her hashtag memory care patient number 1. Right. She kept remember. Oh, I remember. If you say I remember one more time, I'm going to throw something at you. I need you to get it together. Tiffany already gave off vibes when Mel introduced her in the last week's show. And then that's my thing too. Last week when y'all sat up there and y'all talked about, oh, I'm going to invite you to my friend Destiny's birthday party. You said you didn't know her. Am I tripping? Do I need to go rewatch the episode? Y'all tell me down in the chat, because I know I'm not tripping. She said she didn't know her. But now all of a sudden, oh, I remember. I came to your house when your husband had won an award. So not only do you know where you done been in the lady's house, ooh, girl, shady boots. Shady boots. Okay. Because again, I don't like her. Oh my goodness. Thick girl says she might be trying, but it's too soon to be having little slow Tisha come through my house. Girl, that them look now they can't be Mel can't be beefing with everybody. She already don't have a husband. She lost the marriage and love and marriage, okay? Let her have some love with her friends. Next episode, we're going to get the end of Destiny's brunch. We're also going to get a little conflict between Maurice and Kimmy, something that we do not normally see. So I'm not going to lie, I do kind of want to see them resolve issue. I don't want them to have conflict, but I do want to see them resolve issue. Y'all get what I'm saying? And then we see more so and Tisha over at Blaqe. We get a little cameo from the own Ready to Love cast. We see Kyra and her titties. And apparently Tisha is intimidated by Kyra and her titties. Y'all know, if y'all listen to my reviews from Ready to Love, y'all know Kyra was always tittying. So we get to see that. I'm excited to see it. Hopefully next week I'll be able to do like I did tonight and give y'all a live recap. Again, please make sure that you share this video out with your supporters, your subscribers, your followers, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, whatever. I really am trying to get my numbers up, you guys. This summer has not been that great when it's come to my analytics. So I really need y'all support. Those of you who really rock with me and watch my videos and comment and stuff, please share them out on your social media so we can get more people into this beauty community. Not like the trolls we had earlier, but like some good people, because I know y'all my good people. So we'll get good people up and through. But I need y'all's help to do it. If you are watching this on the playback, please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel with the notification bells on. And if you enjoy this type of content, I have playlists all up and through my channel. So go watch you a few videos. Don't just stop on one, baby. Go watch you a few. Currently, we are reviewing BET Presents the Encore, Tyler Perry's Sisters, Love and Marriage Huntsville. What else are we reviewing? I'm gonna start Power, you guys. I started watching it. I'm a little late, but I'm gonna get y'all those reviews out. That's why I wanted to go ahead and do this live tonight so that I could get those reviews out. Oh, thank you, Thick Girl. Right. Also, if you please sign the petition to get Bondi Blue's YouTube channel back. For those of you who do not know, Bondi Blue is another great YouTuber. She's been on the platform for over 10 years. She had over 80,000 subscribers. And about 2 days ago, they snatched her channel. She is unaware why. They said something about community guidelines. And she's currently like in the appeals process. She does have a backup channel. Let me pull that up and put it in the chat. I meant to put it in the description box before this live started, but if you're watching on the replay, then her backup channel is in my description box. Please support her by number one, subscribing to her backup channel, and by number two, signing the petition to get her channel back. I'll have both of those links in the description box. The petition is over on change.org. Y'all, please make sure that you support, because one thing about it, us Black YouTubers have to stick together. And Bunny has been so nice to me. She has shouted me out on her channel, and that her one shout out alone got me like dozens of subscribers, and she didn't have to do that. So please go over there and subscribe to her backup channel and sign the petition to get her channel put back up, because as far as we know, she didn't we don't know what the issue is with her channel and why it was taken down. And it's just disheartening. Y'all know it's disheartening to sit up here and build your channel up to over 80,000. She was on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and then for it to just wake up and be gone. So y'all please support my sis, Bondi Blue. Right. Thank you, Thick Girl, for starting that petition. We really do. We still get to see Bondi, thankfully, on her backup channel, but that's starting over. I think her backup channel right now has 19,000 subscribers, which is great, but she had 80, I think like 87, it's definitely grown, because I think when this first happened, she might have had like right under 10,000 subscribers. So it's definitely grown, but it's nowhere near where it was. And we need to support our Black YouTubers, our Black content creators, because they be snatching our channels left, right, up, down, and through. But then other content creators are able to do all kind of foolishness, and their channels are still up and alive. Let me see. I think that's it. Okay, thank y'all so much again for tuning in. Please remember to share, and I will see y'all in the next video. We're going to go out with a couple of commercials, you know what I'm saying? Y'all check this stuff out, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Remember, shout out to my Patreon. Y'all are the real MVPs. I'm going to be trying to do some special things for y'all in this new year, because y'all have definitely been riding with me. If you would like to join my Patreon, it's very simple. All you have to do is go to www.patreon.com/bstokestyling and make your pledge. $5, $10, or $25. Currently, I'm trying to get to 20 Patreons, you guys. So make sure you help me reach my goal by clicking the link down in my description box and joining my Patreon. You do not want to miss out on the early access to my videos. Don't forget to order your custom Stokes styling merch. That's right, we have merch. Just click the link down below in the description box and order your Stokes styling merch today.